but we're thrilled to have back with us Kelsey Lamoureux and Tom Maloney as we continue to talk about workforce development, and I want to thank our sponsors as well. We'll jump right in. Kelsey, you've got a couple training programs that are going to be launching soon and some openings.
Yeah, so we've still got some openings in a number of different training programs that I wanted to mention. The first one being the pre-apprenticeship program, the one in construction. So for individuals interested in becoming laborers, carpenters, electricians, what have you, we have a training program coming up for that. We've also got a training program for call center representatives. There are a number of local opportunities that start pay range around $16, $18 an hour. So some pretty good jobs for folks with some customer service background. We've also got a CDLB training program starting up in April. So that's a nice thing where we bring in the training provider, so it's nice and local for folks.
Right.
And then lastly, the Workforce Investment Board has recently been awarded the Learn to Earn grant, and so they're starting up 4 cohorts of pharmacy technician pre-apprenticeships, actually, because we've partnered with CVS on that opportunity, bringing apprenticeship for pharmacy technician to Massachusetts for the first time.
Excellent. So if someone is interested for themselves or a family member or a friend, or how do they get in touch with you?
They can contact me at the Workforce Investment Board, my direct line, 508-373-7641. I'm happy. 508-373-7641. I'm happy to talk to them, answer any questions, help them find the right fit, because that's what we're looking for.
And since Tom is here and he mentioned it in his segment, so you mentioned the pre-apprenticeship training program on the construction side. And so is it an exposure program? Just maybe what is the kind of nuts and bolts of what someone who participates gets out of it?
Sure. Exposure is a good way to look at it. It's really for folks who might not have any experience in construction, but know that they like to work with their hands, they like the concept of working outdoors, that sort of a thing. And what the program covers is basic introductory knowledge, construction math, OSHA training, CPR and first aid for the construction site. We do some hands-on projects so that they get a feel for using different tools, names of tools, things like that. And then we also bring them to apprenticeship training centers all over the state and really the region, which is what makes our program unique. They get a feel for what does a laborer do, and they really get...
So they go to Hopkinton Training Center there.
Exactly.
And where do they go when they do the electrical piece, Tom?
Well, we have training at the hall for some areas of the field, but we rent classroom space at Worcester Voc Tech, and they're able to learn and train up there.
Yeah. Then we go to the carpenters in Millbury. We bring them to the ironworkers in Dorchester. We bring them all over the place. So you get a feel for all these different trades that some folks might not be familiar with. And so the goal for our graduates is to get them into apprenticeships in the industry.
Right. And that's important because they might not have had it.
Right. And the credentials they get when they leave when they graduate from the program, including the 10-hour OSHA card, that's usually mandatory minimum requirement. And they get the CPR and the first aid, like Kelsey said.
And so our view of OSHA is Occupational Safety
Health Administration.
And that's a government recognized credential which all employers, many employers require.
Right.
So,
and all of our pre-apprenticeship programs are state certified through the Department of Apprenticeship Standards. So folks do get a certificate from the State House indicating that they've completed the programs, and that allows them to leverage other funding sources. Like last year, we were able to send a lot of our pre-apprentice graduates for free CDLB training through some other funding sources. So it's a good pathway into other funding.
Yeah,
as well.
and I just we are heavily involved at the Chamber on workforce development issues at the legislature, at the state and federal level, because that's it's at pathways, earn and learn. We've got to get as many people off the bench and exposed as possible, and these are programs that you run that do that. So we've just got a minute left, but I just want to thank both of you for the work that you're doing every day in terms of workforce development, for many of whom for our chamber members' benefit, and look forward to working and partnering with you going forward.
Thank you, Tim.